for Wednesday, May 1st. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. There is really big Instagram news, and it is a fundamental change to how Instagram operates. There are more details about it that I'm going to dive into, but first, I'm going to let the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, explain the biggest change.
Historically, if I'm honest, I don't think Instagram has been good enough by small creators out there. Now, we've got tens of millions of small creators, which is amazing. But in general, I think too much reach goes to the largest creators and not enough goes to the little guys. So one change that we're making to how ranking works is trying to do more to amplify small creators, specifically through recommendations. Now, recommendations are photos and videos you see from accounts you do not follow. This is separate from connected content from accounts you already do follow. And what we're trying to do now is give every piece of content on Instagram a chance to be recommended to people who don't follow you. So historically, if you were a comedian, let's say, and you posted a new bit as a reel, we would first show it to some of your followers, we would see how well it did, and then we may or may not show it to some people who do not follow your account yet. What we've changed and what we're trying to do more and more is to give every reel a chance by showing it to non-followers right away. Maybe people who are interested and stand up more broadly. And then if it does well, we try to expand, maybe to people who are interested in comedy more broadly. If it does well still, we'll expand even further to people who are interested in funny content more broadly. This way, we can try and help small creators reach a broad audience that might be much larger than the number of people who actually follow their account. Now, this is already in ranking, but we're trying to grow it over time. Hopefully, the effects will become more visible to you small creators out there. But let me know down below in the comments what you think and what else we can do to try to help small creators get ahead on a platform that has historically done too much for large creators and not enough for you small guys out there. See y'all soon. Peace.
There's more to this news, which I'm going to get into in a second. But first, this is a fundamental change to how Instagram operates. I think they are doing this because they feel the heat from TikTok and they want to show that TikTok isn't really that necessary. If it goes away or it gets banned, Instagram has been servicing content from small creators just like TikTok has. Let's focus on some of the parts he talked about with respect to reach. So there are a lot of people saying that reach is down. That can mean two different things, and I've covered this on the show before. It could mean that people who have chosen to follow you are not seeing your content. That's one explanation of what people mean when they say reach is down. The second explanation of what people mean when they say reach is down is that non-followers are not seeing their content. The algorithm is not sharing their content with people who don't follow them, who might want to follow them. What Adam is talking about here addresses the second problem. By the way, the best way to address the first problem, what I talked about where people who follow you do not see your content, is to share what you post in Reels to Stories and also broadcast channels. That's not a perfect solution, but it's the best one that I got for the moment. There's also another big change that Instagram has announced that Adam Mosseri did not talk about in that video. If Instagram finds two or more identical pieces of content on Instagram, it will only recommend the original one. This change means that the original content will directly replace the reposted content in the app's recommendations, but not if the content has significantly changed. Let me explain what that actually means. So if I make a piece of content and it goes viral, or another account picks it up and it goes viral, my original post will get all the credit, all the likes, all the recommendations, not whoever reposted it. A lot of times you might follow an account, and I don't want to talk bad about any accounts, but I'll just use as an example, Barstool Sports. They often will send messages to people who have had content go viral asking if they can use the post. The person might say yes or no, and then someone might decide, who cares what the original creator said? Let's just repost it. What are they going to do about it? And they get likes and comments and views because of it. Is that really fair? Absolutely not. So Instagram is taking a step to address this. Instagram is also going to start adding labels to reposted content that will link users to the original creator. The label will be visible to followers of the account reposting it. The company says that for now, the original creator or the account reposting the content will have the option to remove the label, but it's possible that Instagram might not let creators remove the label in the future. And lastly, Instagram says that accounts that repeatedly post content from other users that they didn't create or enhance will not be shown in recommendations. This is going to be a significant change to how many accounts operate who have millions of followers. So looking forward to seeing how this change actually comes to fruition. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the question if posting Reels makes you lose followers. So stick around. And we're back. The question, does posting Reels make you lose followers? This is definitely something that I've heard people say. The Instagram @creators account made a video answering this question, and here it is.
Hi, I'm Shiro and I work at Instagram. My job is to help creators like you be successful on our platform. Today, I want to answer a question that we get all the time. Does posting Reels make me lose followers? Well, we looked into it, and the short answer is no. The most effective way to grow on Instagram is by consistently creating and posting engaging Reels. The long answer is more complicated. Now, when you first share a Reel, the people who follow you are typically the first to see it. Those followers might choose to like or engage with that Reel, and some followers might choose to unfollow, as we know that people regularly curate the accounts they follow. This might lead to some initial follower loss. However, as your Reel is shown to more people who don't follow you, the likelihood of new followers goes up. So even if you might see some unfollows in the first few days, while your Reel is still reaching more people, over the longer term, we see that creators gain followers from posting Reels. In other words, most creators gain more followers than they lose from posting Reels. So be patient and take a look at the big picture over time, especially as it can take some time for your total potential audience to see your Reel. The bottom line, the most effective way to grow on Instagram is to create and post engaging Reels consistently. In fact, not posting at all can also lead to follower loss. So don't get discouraged by short-term metrics. Keep at it and use insights to track your progress over a longer period of time. More to come as we share answers to top questions from creators just like you.
Was it a bit of a generic video? Yes, but also it's nice to hear some other voices on this show besides Adam Mosseri and me. That's really the goal. That is going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you found it valuable. If you like what I'm doing, if you could leave a review of the show, that would mean so much. But also, if you want to connect with me, I would love to do a virtual coffee. You can send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media. And I hope you are enjoying the new rap song.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in my work, without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish, unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that, there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.